Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and I'm happy that you're here. In the final episode of Season 2 of Midnight Murmurs, Stories for Swift Nights, we will be diving right back into poetry with another wonderful female poet. We will be reading selections from Poetry for Young People, Emily Dickinson. So if you're in the mood for some short form poems, I invite you to grab a cozy beverage, kick back, and let's dive into it. This is another book from my youth. You can tell by the way that the front jacket cover is ripped. I love how short and sweet some of these poems are, but they still pack a punch. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. I love the illustration for this poem. It's all I have to bring today, this and my heart beside, this and my heart, and all the fields, in all the meadows wide. Be sure you count, should I forget, someone the sum could tell, this and my heart, and all the bees which in the clover dwell. I started early, took my dog, and visited the sea. The mermaids in the basement came out to look at me, and frigets in the upper corner extending hempen hands, presuming me to be a mouse aground upon the sands. But no man moved me till the tide went past my simple shoe, and past my apron and my belt, and past my bodice too, and made as he would eat me up, and holy as a dew, upon a dandelion sleeve, and then I started too. And he followed close behind. I felt his silver heel upon my ankle, then my shoes would overflow with pearl. Until we met the solid town, no one he seemed to know, and bowing with a mighty look at me, the sea withdrew. Oh, we've made it to one of the most famous ones. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you a nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd banish us, you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public, like a frog, to tell your name the livelong day to an admiring bog. I feel like this poem is kind of relatable in the age of celebrity and internet stardom of I'm just a nobody on the internet, but everybody recognizes me. How dreary to be a somebody. I hide myself within my flower that wearing on your breast. You, unsuspecting, wear me too, and angels know the rest. I hide myself within my flower, that fading from your vase. You, unsuspecting, feel for me almost a loneliness. I dwell in possibility, a fairer house than prose, more numerous of windows, superior of doors, of chambers as the cedars, impregnable of eye, and for an everlasting roof, the gables of the sky, of visitors, the fairest, for occupation, this, the spreading wide my narrow hands to gather paradise. Will there really be a morning? Is there such a thing as day? Could I see it from the mountains if I were as tall as they? Has it feet like water lilies? Has it feathers like a bird? Is it brought from famous countries of which I have never heard? Oh, some scholar. Oh, some sailor. Oh, some wise man from the skies. Please to tell a little pilgrim where the place called morning lies. I'll tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time. The steeples swam in amethyst, the news like squirrels ran. The hills untied their bonnets, the bobolinks begun. Then I said softly to myself, that must have been the sun. But how he set, I know not. There seemed a purple stile, of which little yellow boys and girls were climbing all the while, till when they reached the other side, a domine in gray put gently up the evening bars and led the flock away. Ooh, I like this illustration too. She sweeps with many colored brooms and leaves the shreds behind. Oh, housewife in the evening west, come back and dust the pond. You dropped a purple raveling in, you dropped an amber thread, and now you've littered all the east with duds of emerald. And still she plies her spotted brooms, and still the aprons fly, till brooms fade softly into stars, and then I come away. I know some lonely houses off the road, a robbered like the look of, wooden barred, and windows hanging low, inviting to a portico, where two would creep, one hand the tools, the other to peep, to make sure all's asleep. Old-fashioned eyes, not easy to surprise. How orderly the kitchen'd look by night, with just a clock. But they could gag the tick, and the mice won't bark, and so the walls don't tell. None will. A pair of spectacles, a jar just stir. An almanac's aware. Was it the mat winked, or a nervous star? The moon slides down the stair to see who's there. There's plunder. Where? Tankard or spoon, earring or stone, a watch, some ancient brooch to match the grandmamma, stayed sleeping there. Day rattles too, stealths slow. The sun has got as far as the third sycamore. Screams chanticleer, who's there? And echoes, trains away, sneer, where? While the old couple, just astir, fancy the sunrise left the door ajar. Leave a comment down below. Did you understand that one? The moon was but a chin of gold a night or two ago, and now she turns her perfect face upon the world below. Her forehead is of amplest blonde, her cheeks like beryl stone, her eye unto the summer dew, the likest I have known. Her lips of amber never part, but what must be the smile upon her friend she could bestow, were such her silver will? And what a privilege to be but the remotest star, for certainly her way might pass beside your twinkling door. Her bonnet is the firmament, the universe her shoe, the stars the trinkets at her belt, her dimities of blue. What a lovely poem about the moon. The next 7 poems are riddles Emily wrote. All right, let's see if we can get these riddles, dear listener. Pink, small, and punctual, aromatic, low, covert in April, candid in May, dear to the moss, known by the knoll, next to the robin in every human soul. Behold, little beauty, bedecked with thee, nature forswears antiquity. I'll give you a moment to leave your guess down below. 3, 2, 1. The answer is an arbutus, a plant with little pink or white blossoms and strawberry-like berries. Did you get that? I didn't. I've never heard of that flower before. All right, here is riddle 2. His bill an auger is, his head a cap and frill. He laboureth at every tree, a worm his utmost goal. Riddle 2, I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1. The answer is a woodpecker. All right, riddle 3. And everywhere of silver with ropes of sand to keep it from effacing the track called land. You think you know what it is? Riddle 3. I'll give you 3, 2, 1 to leave a comment down below. The answer is the sea. All right, riddle 4. It's a longer riddle, so hold tight. I like to see it lap the miles and lick the valleys up and stop to feed itself at tanks and then, prodigious step, around a pile of mountains and supercilious peer in shanties by the sides of roads and then a quarry pair, to fit its sides and crawl beneath, complaining all the while in horrid hooting stanza, then chase itself downhill, and neigh like the Boanerges, then punctual like a star, stop, docile and omnipotent, at its own stable door. All right, riddle 4. 3, 2, 1. The answer is a train. All right, riddle 5. A fuzzy fellow without feet, yet doth exceedingly run. Of velvet is his countenance, and his complexion dun. Sometimes he dwelleth in the grass, sometimes upon a bough, from which he has doth descend in plush upon the passer-by. All right, 3, 2, 1. The answer is a caterpillar who becomes a butterfly. Did you get that one? All right, here's another longer one. Riddle 6. It sifts from leaden sieves. It powders all the wood. It fills with alabaster wool the wrinkles of the road. It makes an even face of mountains and of plain, unbroken forehead from the east unto the east again. It reaches to the fence, it wraps it rail by rail, till it is lost in fleeces, it flings a crystal veil. On stump and stack and stem, the summer's empty room, acres of seams where harvests were, recordless but for them. It ruffles wrists of posts and ankles of a queen, then it stills its artisans like ghosts, denying they have been. 3, 2, 1. The answer is snow. Of course. All right, we've got our final riddle, riddle 7. A narrow fellow in the grass occasionally rides. You may have met him, did you not? His notice sudden is. The grass divides as with a comb, a spotted shaft is seen, and then it closes at your feet and opens further on. He likes a boggy acre, a floor to cool for corn. Yet when a child, and barefoot, I more than once at morn have passed, I thought, a whiplash, unbraiding in the sun, when, stooping to secure it, it wrinkled and was gone. Several of nature's people I know, and they know me. I feel for them a transport of cordiality. But never met this fellow, attended or alone, without a tighter breathing and 0 at the bone. Do you know what it is, dear listener? 3, 2, 1. The answer is a snake. Did you get that right? A snicky snake. All right, dear listener, I think that's where we're going to end it today. We've read about half the book. The second half of the book is poems that are related more to the springtime, so perhaps we'll save the second half of these selections of poems from Emily Dickinson for Season 3. I hope you had a fun time decoding some of the riddles, and I wanted to take a moment to sincerely say thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'm very excited for what the next season of Midnight Murmurs holds. So if you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more episodes of Midnight Murmurs coming your way very soon. We hope you're having a wonderful winter season, and we'll see you in the next episode. Ciao!